Oh, hey. You die.
You're new to Everquest, or you've been away for so long that you're trying a new server, you've gotten nothing, and it's just like being new to the game. How do you build up your gear? How do you start to earn money so you can afford your spells and all that stuff? That's what I'm going to cover today. First, we'll do getting gear. Getting gear can be as simple as doing quests. If you open up your inventory by pressing I, you click on achievements, and then let's close the inventory. You get the achievements window here. If you go down to the third tab here on the left, Hero's Journey, click on that. You can select progression, and you'll see that there are quests that you can do and look for. And some of the quests will give really nice gear. Some of them might give mediocre gear. But it's like a roadmap. It's like a roadmap telling you where to go, what to do. It even, if as you see here, it's showing different levels that you can do, where if it's more appropriate to your level, because this character, my necromancer here, is level 28. So I might not want to bother with these that are level 1 through 5 and so on. This here is level 21 to 25. And the reward would be a rough cloth cap, which it's not great, but it's not terrible. Let's continue to something. Let's try to find something a little harder. Here's something 26 to 30, and it says Blightfire Moors. These are quests given by Atkins in Crescent Reach. There's 4 of them. And then Gubjack the Lost. I don't know where he is. I think he might be here in Blightfire. And then there is the Outpost Guard. It's called the Fallen Dragon. So you can look these guys up and find out where they are. How do I do that? I usually go to Alakazam, and I'm going to list it right here. I'm going to show you the URL. I can even try to put the URL in the description below. I don't know if YouTube will let me, since it's completely unrelated to the channel, but I might try to do it, but I can show it in the video here. What you can do is you can type out the person's name, like Atkins, and it should tell you where they are. In fact, I'm going to Alakazam right now, and I'm going to type in the name so I can give you some information on him. I was correct. He is located in Crescent Reach. I believe he's the sausage handler, because I remember talking about him in another video. And I'm checking here on my other screen because I think they have a location for him. No, I do not have a location for him. So maybe what I'll do is I'll give you the location for him so you can find him that much easier. Once you're in Crescent Reach and you want to find Atkins, I think he might be here on the first floor, up this ramp. And there he is. Yes, Atkins. Why do I call him the sausage handler? See, he's got sausages. He's got 6 sausages. So he's Atkins, the sausage handler. So you see he's got the quest 15 plus above his head. That means he's probably not going to deal with you until you're level 15 minimum. So he says, "Say, do you frighten easily, my friend? As much as I hate to admit it, I'm quite timid for someone who has an unhealthy fascination with the afterlife. I thrive on ghost stories and learning about the spirits of those who have passed on, including ones in Crescent Reach." So you say passed to him, and then he continues, "Yes, there are undead in Crescent Reach. It seems they stay close to the catacombs in the Hollow." There's catacombs in the Hollow? Do they mean the caves? I don't know. But then you say learn, and it gives you a quest. Things that go bump in the night is the first one. And oh yes, I wanted to do something. So let's say you want to keep notes on where characters are, where NPCs are, and you want to be able to find them easy. Okay, so there's two things you could do. One, you can open the map, and if you don't have map to Crescent Reach, you could download maps, right? But I have the map here. Then you can click on the height filter, so it's a little less chaotic, right? And it does show Atkins here on the map, so that's a good thing. If he wasn't on the map, you can always click on the map edit tool, which is this little thing here. It pops up this window, and then you can click on add label, and then it pops this window, and you could type in Atkins. You could choose a color if you want to make maybe all NPCs red or blue, or maybe the mobs are red and the NPCs are blue, however you want to, right? You can make the text large, medium, or small, and once you type it out and you press OK, it'll show up on the map. But don't close the map yet, because you always have to hit save map after you have edited the map. Otherwise your changes will not be saved. You're going to lose any work you did. So always do that. Add save map if you've made changes, and it'll always be there. Another way, if you want to maybe take notes, keep a notepad document somewhere about the location of NPCs. If you type in /LOC, press enter, in the chat here, it will tell you your exact location. Everquest also has its own little notepad. If you type / and write out the word note, N-O-T-E, press enter, you get this little notes window. So what you could do here, if you want to remember Atkins' location, type out his name, and then type out the value located here. So if you type out these values and have it on your note, it will stay there. It will stay there until you delete it, really. And I would really recommend that you just use your notepad from Windows, right? Create a notepad document, or just create a Libre Writer document, or whatever you use for writing documents. Because if you do that, you can't highlight, you can't copy paste this. It won't let you highlight it. There's no tool that I'm aware of in Everquest that lets you highlight and copy text. But there is in Notepad and any other document that you write outside of Everquest. So I had it written on a document. If I type /waypoint space and then just paste the value that I wrote in the document. And let's get away from him a little bit before I press enter. And let's say I'm looking for him. I'm down here. I can't remember where he's at. If I press waypoint or type in waypoint and I type out the value, I get a little mysterious trail that appears right before me. See this? See this trail? It's very faint and pale, but it will lead you right to Atkins. And if you go, sometimes if you go to Alakazam, they will have these values there. It'll say location and it'll have the numbers. You just got to make sure you copy it exactly with the minus or whatever, because there's positive values and then there's negative values. So if it says minus 1184.01, you want to write that exactly, because if you're off by too much, you'll end up in the wrong place. That is one of the best things I have ever learned about this game, is that you can create your own waypoint and have a trail leading you to a lot of NPCs, especially if it doesn't say anything about it in game. But if you go to alakazam.com, or if you go to EQ Resource, or any of these other EverQuest websites, a lot of them will give you this information, and all you have to do is copy paste it and type /waypoint, and you've got it. It shows you where it is. Sometimes it doesn't quite work because maybe you're a little too far away. Let me try to get further away from them, and I'll hide in this little house or apartment here. There you see, here's some more NPCs that give quests. And another trick that you can do is, let's say you want to bring up something that you typed out and you want it to come back, like the waypoint. If you type shift and press up arrow, it brings up the text that I wrote, and it can keep going. Like now it shows the note that I wrote or the waypoint, and I type in the waypoint again and it's given me the trail. Another thing that it does do, because sometimes this trail doesn't show up, and you might have a little text appear that says a mysterious force is preventing you from finding your destination easily. But this little X still shows up. So if you could find the green arrow, which is where you are, which we're right here, and find the red X on the map, you can just use the map to find your way there, even if the little trail doesn't show up. But here it's showing up. For some reason, it is cooperating with me today. And at any time, if you want the trail to go away, you go over here to the actions window. I had to move it because I have it where my image is here. You can hit end find and it goes away. Likewise, you can hit find, and there are a lot of NPCs, including zones. There's zones here too that are on the map that you can click on to get either something to show up on your map or to get the little mysterious spooky trail. If I want to go to Blightfire Moors and I see it here on the map, I just click it and it gives me the little trail. I'm sorry, I was just choking on my water and now my voice is all weird. So this is the way to Blightfire Moors. And this is really helpful for so many different places, so many different zones. Let's go to Blightfire and I'll show you how else it can be used. Here we're in Blightfire. Hey, there's another necromancer over there. And let's say I don't know how to get to the plane of knowledge. I mean, I do, but if in case you don't, you can also click on find once you're here, and you can hit plane of knowledge. There we go. And oh, here it is. It's saying a mysterious forces prevent you from finding your destination easily. But I can hit the height filter. Here I am. This is really ridiculous because it's just around this little bend, and it's not showing me the little trail. But I see the X, I see my arrow. I could just sort of follow it, and there we go. That is the port to Plane of Knowledge. Let's try the find tool one more time. It even shows quest givers here. That's actually pretty cool too. So let's say we want level 25 to 30 quests, and it says a mysterious force is preventing you from finding your destination. But again, it does show me a red X, so I could just run towards the red X to find the guy. And yeah, I acknowledge that there is a rat, a large bog rat after me. I sent the pet after it. I'm assuming the pet can solo the rat, because these guys are green, and it looks like, yeah, the pet is killing him. Alright. I can't loot because I'm too far away. So it's straight up ahead. So I'm going to close the map. And here they are. Yeah, see, 25 to 30. So I can hail them. And I got to make sure I go to my chat tab. Say adventures. business, think, depressing, daughter, property, happened, nulls, moment, woman, witches. There's so many prompts. Widow's last memory. So I can accept that too. So a lot of the quests don't have rewards, but again, if you go over here to achievements, sometimes some of these quests are part of like other groups of quests, and by doing them you may unlock some of these rewards through the hero's journey. And again, I actually have some videos of me doing these exact quests. That's why I'm not boned up on wanting to do them all over again. There's also, if you go to advancement, there's other ones. For example, I did this one. I did Boab's Jealousy, which was super easy. It was basically just 2 short quests, and I got the shield and the wand. Okay, and that was the reward for that. And there's these other ones here too that I could do. Like here's this one, Roanoke. Roanoke's quests are not too bad. They're actually pretty cool. And you look at the reward here, and I could get a cape for doing those. So you can get a lot of rewards by doing quests. And sometimes the reward, the actual quest reward that the quest giver is giving, is garbage. It's something you don't really need it. It's pretty crappy. But then once you do the series of quests through the hero's journey, right, through the achievements, those give better rewards. Those give Defiant style armor. And sometimes you get stuff like this. If you conquer all of Blightfire, it'll give you a ring, 2 rings, 2 earrings, sleeves, gloves, and a wrist wrap. So you have to do a whole slew of things, of quests, but then you get well rewarded for it. So look under special, look under advancement, look under progression. There's also conquest. It gives you stuff like Shroud of the Council, Hero's Sigil of the Council, and Hero prefix, suffix. You get little things like that. Those are tags you can use. And then it looks like there's quests that you can do in other zones. There's a bunch here that you could do things in Achenon. You could do things in Kabilis and Uridin. So you could travel all over the place and do all these different hero's journey stuff and get rewards. You get these points. I don't know what the points are for, but it's all part of the hero's journey. I hope this video helps you in some way. I feel like when I started doing the hero's journey, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. And I think you can do the hero's journey all the way up to about 75 or almost up to 80. And then after that, you could just start doing some of the regular quests. A lot of them are in the Serpent Spine areas. But I think, as we saw, you could go to like Achenon and Kabilis, and you could do little quests and tasks there and get rewards. And I feel like it's nice to have that sort of roadmap, because sometimes you log into the game and you're like, okay, what am I going to do today? And you don't have anything, you're not feeling anything. You could always do the dailies that the Teak brothers give you, but if you've already done them and you want to play more, you're like, what do I do now? Do these quests. They're pretty useful, and you can get gear as you go. If this video helped you in some way, please leave a thumbs up. It would really help me get seen in the algorithm. If you want to help me out, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, or better yet, you could join the channel As a channel member, channel members get special perks and privileges like a link to join the private Discord. If YouTube membership's not your thing, check out the links below the video for a link to my Patreon. Patreon patrons get similar perks like a link to join the private Discord. You can also leave a super thanks. A super thanks is like leaving a tip or a donation if you really enjoyed the video. I want to thank all my current YouTube channel members and Patreon patrons for your support and your continued support. Those of you who have not only subscribed but have been with me through thick and thin for over a year now. Some of you have been here that long. I really appreciate you guys. You're absolute stars. Thank you very much. And thank you for watching. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.
Far from home, elemental by his side, through untold dangers far and wide. Monsters lurking in the night, shadows creeping out of sight. Yet they battle through the fray, so long as they can earn their pay. Roam the valleys, climb the peaks, side by side. Night and day, winter wanders earth and fire, united facing fearsome foes. Magic pulses never tires, heart and soul in no man cold. Journey is long but hearts are light, nothing can their spirits break. With each step the world ignites, in their laughter life awakes. On the world, roam the valleys, climb the peaks, side by side they're never weak, meeting strangers along their way, each night and day. Night falls, the tavern calls, candles flicker on the walls. Sipping from a stein of ale, counting all his coins so pale. Boogly Dick she saunters by, catching pheasants wandering night. Roam the valleys, climb the peaks, side by side they're never weak, meeting strangers along the way, making friends each night and day. He wakes up, no one in sight, rubs his eyes, looks to the light. The halfling girl left no trace, all his gold has been misplaced. So he just shrugs and laughs, at least I got her underpants.